Welcome to the driver's seat. We're back with another Jeep Wrangler review. Last time I reviewed this SUV, I got a lot of hate mail because I called your baby ugly. What can I tell you? That's how I felt about this vehicle. Now, in some ways, the Wrangler is not just iconic, but it's also one of the most unique vehicles out there. Where else could you get a body-on-frame convertible? Nowhere. This is the only game in town. And it's been this way for about 75 years. And the one thing that Jeep was missing, which I pointed out in my last review, is just how terrible of an on-road vehicle it was. How awful it was to drive on a day-to-day basis. Well, that's what Jeep engineers focused on. And to their credit, they didn't even need to do that. In its last model year, they were selling 200,000 units a year. Why would you mess with that? Well, they did. They made this more refined, a much better interior, better transmission, better everything. This is now not just an amazing off-road vehicle, but a great on-road vehicle. Under the hood of the Jeep Wrangler, you'll find a carryover engine, the 3.6-liter V6 Pentastar engine. It's a great engine, it's very reliable, and it's been proven to work well with this Wrangler. It's now made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Not only do you get better fuel efficiency, but you're also going to get some quieter ride because the engine is going to be humming at lower RPMs during highway speeds. Jeep is also going to be bringing a diesel engine, which should be great for off-roaders. You'll get that low-end torque. And, of course, manual transmission is still standard. For $2,000, you get this 8-speed transmission, which is great. Base price on the Sport that we're driving today is $27,000, as tested $39,000. That's a hefty price tag for a two-door Wrangler, but you do get a lot. I think you can work some discounts even though it is new and hot right now. I like what they've done, great packaging, and I think this is just going to help them increase sales, probably 220, maybe even 240,000 units. One of the issues I had with the outgoing Wrangler was just how complicated it was to remove the top. Now they've made it simple. You simply slide this window out, same on the other side. This one snaps right out, and a couple of clips, and now you can fold this down like a true convertible top. And that's what owning a Jeep should be about. It should be simple. Everything should just work, like the hood, for example, a couple of latches and you're in there. I think Jeep is headed in the right direction. They understand that owning a Jeep is not just owning a vehicle. It's really a lifestyle. And now they have a vehicle that appeals not only to the hardcore off-roaders, but to the everyday soccer moms and the weekend warriors. So driving around the mud was a lot of fun with the Jeep, and it puts it in its natural element. Great. We knew that the old Wrangler could do that, so we had no reservations that the new Wrangler wouldn't be able to do that. What we wanted to know is, how does it do on-road performance? Is it more refined? Is it quieter? Does it handle better? And the answer is yes, yes, and yes. You know, this car is very stable. Steering is actually pretty good considering it's an off-road vehicle. Very tight turning radius, one of the tightest in the business, especially with this two-door version. It's relatively quiet, even though we have a soft top. A lot of enhancements on the interior, including upgraded infotainment system, a multi-information display. This is actually a vehicle I would consider buying, and I can honestly tell you, I've never considered putting a Jeep in my driveway, but now this one might just make it in there. I want to see how the four-door Unlimited is to drive. I imagine it's going to be a little bit more refined, a little bit better balanced for this kind of driving. Congratulations, Jeep, for finally making a vehicle that's as respectable on-road as it is off-road. This is what driving should be about. Very simple, basic, no nonsense. We got the interior of this vehicle trashed, full of mud. That's okay. You can just hose it off. Everything in here is pretty durable. When you look on the road and you see G-Wagons and $90,000 Land Cruisers, you know those vehicles, especially for the first owners, are probably not going to make it off-road. This one's already been off-road several times. Despite its rugged frame, they've managed to put it all together and give it a very refined ride. Now, one thing I don't like is this auto start stop. I just don't know if it belongs in a Jeep. Nevertheless, they have it here. It's designed to give you an extra 1 mile per gallon. But if you're buying a Jeep for fuel economy, you may want to look elsewhere.